Okay, there's so much we could talk about in this episode. Sophie's pregnancy, the update on all the projects that his friends are going through, the return of, I think, the shadowy figure, the bright light is the man god or whatever god that be looking over his life. We could talk about that, but we're gonna leave all that for later. Heck, even before we really talk about what's going on with his parents and the warning he got about them being in trouble. Real quick, I really gotta talk about Rudeus and his relationship with his sisters. So after watching this episode, right, I realized this man Rudeus is a simp for his sisters. And it seems like Aisha caught that real quick, because it seems like she knew once they entered the shops she could get anything she wanted from her brother, which is dangerous that she already knows that she has power over her brother. But that's not even what really let me know that he's a simp for his sisters. Like I saw the signs, I saw the hints before, especially with Norn and everything. He kind of like agrees to everything his sisters say and want for the most part. I don't think he really disagreed on much yet, but it's really towards the end, right, when after he got all the warning signs, especially from his god, that he's gonna regret going and there's gonna be severe consequences. He had this whole conversation really about whether or not he should go or not, and the god basically telling him to like, yo, if you go like this, there's gonna be some serious consequences. And then him discussing with his friends and all that of and also his wife too. I should even mention that, like him discussing with them about, oh, should I go, should I not go? And then after talking to them, he was fine with not going. But the moment his sister started crying, wanting him to go, stating that she will go if you don't, the moment that happens, that's when he wants to go. That's when he made his life-changing decision to go with certainty as well. And it's like, he should have just went up to his sisters and just asked them originally without asking everyone else, because it seems like the others were saying did not matter after your sister like stated their concerns and what they want you to do. And it's crazy too, because earlier in the episode, Rudeus was talking about how his father Paul would spoil his grandchild and all that, but he's the one who be spoiling his kids and everybody else. It's funny how that works. Also, a little disclaimer, like I'm not saying this is a bad thing that Rudeus decided to go because of his sister, but it was just funny to me how he decided not to go after discussing with everyone else. And it is also funny to me how like you just notice the pattern of how he interacts with his sisters, and especially when they ask him for stuff. There's no doubt in my mind that he's a simp for his sisters, but like I said, not saying it's a good or bad thing, it's just something I'm noticing. Okay, now this episode has so much information. It has so much information that they could even have end credits. They had to just play some more scenes through the end credits for real. And I should have known in the beginning of the episode when they were showing how great Rudeus' life was going, how everyone was making progress with their projects. You know, it seemed like a peaceful, happy time and everything. You know, thing is moving greatly for him and everyone else. He talked about how he feels like he's making progress even though it's been peaceful, and he's like, this is like the happiest he's ever been, which I agree with. I do feel like progress, feeling like you're making progress in life, is what leads humans to be the most happiest. Let me know if you feel that way based on your experience, because I know based on mine, definitely when I make progress is when I feel the most happiest in anything. It's just anything that's important to me. But yeah, like everything was going swell, and then he got the great news of Sophie being pregnant and all that, so it's like everything was on the up and up. And you should know, based on every story you read, every anime you watch, like anything, when everything actually, you know what, if you're just going through life, like even based on your own life, if it seems like everything is going too well, too perfectly for you, there's always some downfall coming your way. There must, like it has to come. So when he got the letter and everything like that, I expected it to come, especially because it's crazy, because I was watching this episode and I was thinking to myself, when is he gonna go on the adventure for his mother and all that? Because I've been watching the opening for like the past few episodes. I'm like, wait a second, and we're like 6 episodes in and he's still in the school. Like I could have sworn based on the opening that he was gonna be going on an adventure, so I knew it was gonna come along eventually. But man, they had to give him that news when he was having like his best life. He was basically living his best life, you know. But now when he was talking to the god figure, I think this is the first time we're seeing him this season. Yeah, it is, I believe. And they had their whole talks about regret and all that. But the thing is, it seems like he's gonna regret it more if he leaves the school and go go rescue his parents. Because I think that what the god was saying is that he's gonna regret either way regardless, but he's gonna regret it more if he goes and rescues his family. Now what I think he's gonna regret from leaving is probably, I think Sophie is gonna like I think Sophie is gonna have a miscarriage and lose the child. I feel like that's gonna happen. Actually, you know what else is probably gonna happen? I'm trying to remember something about what the princess said earlier in the season, where she's talking about how she has like a certain amount of time before she has to like go back and go through basically war politics with her kingdom and family and all that. So probably when Rudeus is gone, because this is gonna take him like a year to travel, probably when Rudeus is gone, right, by the time he comes back, the princess is gonna be in trouble dealing with that. And with her gone, like probably Sophie's gonna make the decision to go help the princess, and then that's gonna cause some bad things to happen. And of course, like Rudeus is not gonna be there to do anything about it. So that's probably gonna be the case, because probably Rudeus is not even thinking about like the troubles or the promise he made that he's gonna help out the princess when she's in major trouble. And it looks like if he leaves, that's gonna happen while he's gone. That's my prediction anyway. So I think that's why the god was letting him know that he's gonna regret it if he leaves. But we'll see though. We'll see. I'm glad to see that Rudeus is gonna be on his adventure mode again. I feel like that's when Mushoku Tensei is at his best, is when Rudeus is like traveling and going to new places and discovering more about the world and everything. One thing I just thought of too, is he really going by himself? Like is he really leaving everyone else behind, and like no one is gonna follow him along? Honestly, if I was him, I would probably bring Sophie along, even though she's pregnant, just because of how it was stated that he's gonna regret either way if he leaves or not leave. But I don't know. It's stated as a lose-lose, so let's see what he's gonna lose from going. And I'm curious to know what you think is gonna be the regret he's gonna face in the future for leaving and rescuing his parents. But one thing for sure though, he's definitely gonna win over the love of his sisters for life. Like this is gonna be what solidifies that his sisters is gonna like not doubt his love for them and his family, and kind of their relationship is gonna be like locked in basically for life after this. So yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. Anyways, yeah, let's have a discussion in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.